If you want awesome products at great prices, check out the description. Breaking news: a significant shift in U.S. foreign policy is unfolding, with President Trump poised to sign an executive order significantly altering the economic sanctions regime against Syria. This move, announced by the White House, aims to facilitate stabilization in the war-torn nation following the dramatic ouster of Bashar al-Assad. The anticipated order signals a dramatic reversal, effectively terminating a key component of the United States sanctions program against Syria, a program dating back to 2004, initially imposed in response to Damascus's chemical weapons program and designed to freeze Syrian government assets and restrict exports. This action represents a bold gamble, a calculated risk in the complex geopolitical landscape of the Middle East. However, this isn't a blanket lifting of all sanctions. Important distinctions must be made. The executive order, while easing the financial stranglehold on Syria, will reportedly retain certain key sanctions. Critically, sanctions mandated by the Syria Civilian Protection Act of 2019 remain in place. These stringent measures target funds earmarked for reconstruction and natural gas development, vital for any hope of economic recovery. Furthermore, the designation of Syria as a state sponsor of terrorism will continue, underscoring the enduring concerns surrounding the nation's security and human rights record. The White House insists this carefully calibrated approach will maintain pressure on the former Assad regime, targeting specifically the ousted leader, his inner circle, human rights abusers, drug traffickers, individuals linked to the use of chemical weapons, and entities connected to ISIS and Iranian proxies. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, in a briefing earlier today, emphasized the nuanced nature of this executive order. She clarified that the intended outcome is a targeted removal of sanctions, specifically those hindering Syria's ability to stabilize and rebuild, while maintaining a robust sanctions framework against those deemed responsible for past atrocities and ongoing threats. The administration's strategy pivots around a delicate balance, fostering stability to prevent further chaos and humanitarian crisis while maintaining pressure on those deemed responsible for Syria's protracted conflict and human rights violations. The timing of this executive order is particularly intriguing, closely following a brief but apparently significant meeting between President Trump and Syria's new leader, Ahmed al-Shara. Mr. Shara, who spearheaded the forces that overthrew Assad last December, had reportedly voiced concerns that the existing sanctions were severely hindering his government's ability to manage the transition, citing critical challenges in paying civil servants and financing crucial reconstruction projects. This executive order appears to be a direct response to those concerns, a tacit acknowledgement of the immense challenges facing the new administration in Damascus. Recall President Trump's May pledge to lift all sanctions upon Assad's removal. This executive order, while not a complete fulfillment of that promise, represents a substantial step in that direction, a pragmatic approach aimed at balancing strategic interests with humanitarian considerations. The impact of this bold move remains to be seen, but it undeniably marks a significant turning point in U.S.-Syria relations, potentially paving the way for a period of unprecedented change and uncertainty. The international community will be watching closely, analyzing the ramifications of this decision on regional stability, the ongoing humanitarian crisis, and the future trajectory of Syria. Analysts predict a complex interplay of domestic political pressures within Syria, regional power dynamics, and international reactions. The success or failure of this strategy will depend on a number of intricate factors, and the international community waits with bated breath to witness the unfolding consequences of this pivotal decision. The long-term effects remain highly uncertain, and the coming months will be crucial in determining whether this gamble pays off in terms of lasting peace and stability. The international community will be scrutinizing the implementation and impacts of this executive order closely, as its success hinges on a multitude of interconnected factors. The road ahead is fraught with challenges, demanding careful navigation and skillful diplomacy. This is a story that will undoubtedly continue to unfold, demanding our attention and provoking intense debate for months, even years to come. The future of Syria, and indeed the broader Middle East, hangs in the balance.